Love is the highway. I'm gonna love you all night long. Ooh, love is a highway. I'm gonna love you all night long. Oh, we might have to. Oh, we might have to open it up for Vaughn. That's right, because Vaughn can't. You can't get in without that filth opened up. All right, we got big boy gonna come in. Big boy coming in. Sammy. Is Sammy gonna actually get his Jew ass in here, or is he gonna just gonna like, oh, I want to do a show, and then he doesn't show. I want to do a show, and then he doesn't show. Oh, there he is. Woo! All right, let's get this shindig on the road. What's going on, Sammy? What's happening?
Oh boy, I got good news.
I do
You got
too.
good news, big boy.
I do too.
The big Houthi general that likes to yell a lot, the nervous Yahya Sari,
Right.
has been eliminated thanks to Donald Trump, President Trump. I would like to extend my gratitude to President Donald Trump for having gotten rid of one of our most annoying cockroach enemies. And he's been silenced. He won't be yelling anymore.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's good.
Oh, wow. Baruch Hashem. Very good.
Yeah.
That's
Very
a good deal,
good.
man.
Totally, man.
Killing terror is dead. That's what
a lot
Trump
of
is doing,
progress for
man.
President Trump.
Yep, there you go. Trump did it. Trump pulled it through, and that's good. Now, unfortunately, though, we're all going to die of avian flu vaccine. But hey, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Well, there's a measles outbreak. There's some sort of measles outbreak.
Yeah, measles is out there too, supposedly. Yeah, I don't know why, but we've all been immunized for measles here in the States. Nobody in the States should get measles unless they're an immigrant coming in, because everybody here in the States have been inoculated against measles, so we should be fine.
Lynn May says, "May the force be with you." Shalom aleichem. Okay, shalom aleichem, baby.
Yeah, that's it. May the force be with you. Yeah.
So how's your Pesach going, Sammy? We're in
it just started looking up even more. I mean, this is the seventh night.
You were looking for a Pesach miracle. There you go, Sammy.
Yeah, he didn't just get rid of one guy. He got rid of like about 40 of them. They're all in a procession, in a funeral procession, on their flatbed trucks, with big posters of them, big huge plaques of their photos, and he's killing them off. And now there's an 80,000 strong army of their enemies, the opposition to the Houthis that is about to invade. Territory, take over.
Now this is probably just a fucking troll or some kind of troll, but I heard a nasty little rumor. Yeah. Don't hold me to this, but I heard a nasty little rumor that the Palestinians in Gaza are going to dump Islam in favor of something. I don't know, Christianity, Judaism.
No, well, the developments in the Gaza Strip are also quite.
I heard that rumor.
How could I say quite a reason to celebrate, because they're protesting in their ruins over there, and they're demanding that all the Israeli hostages be released immediately, that the war end, and that Egypt take care of them. They're not even waving Palestinian flags anymore. The protesters there are waving Egyptian flags, asking help from Egypt to save them. Because guess what? They're Egyptians.
Well, no shit. They're Egyptian, they're Jordanian, and they're Syrian. We all know this. It's the foolish Americans that won't get a clue and clean the wax out of their ears and actually listen to what I say. They won't
because
listen.
it's a how many years is it now? That's since 1964.
Oh God, it's been since what was it? 71, 1971, dude. 71.
No, 64 is when the PLO was established.
Well, yeah, 64, yeah. It was,
so how many?
Yeah,
that's 60 years. 60
yeah, that's
years.
a long ass time. And I tried to I lived through this. I went through this shit. I watched it on my TV every day. I saw Yasser Arafat's ugly mug on TV every day, and him with Jimmy Carter and Bill Clinton. And it's like, oh my God, these people make me mad. And then like I said, I think it was, what was it, Menachem Begin. He came in and joined them after.
Menachem Begin.
Yeah, Menachem Begin.
Menachem.
I may not be doing that right, so don't hold me to it. I may not be doing that right, so don't hold me to it. But yeah, I mean, he comes in and he's.
Oh, you did that right, but you're overdoing the You overdid the cheh.
Okay. Oh, I'm overdoing it. Okay, well, I'm. Hey, crazy American.
No, it's all right. You can overdo the cheh.
It was the attempt that counts. Damn it, But yeah, I mean,
for sure.
He jumps in there.
I'm in a good mood. You can't get me down. You can't get me down right now. I'm in a very
good mood too, because Trump basically told Israel, "You're not getting a World War III." Sorry, so that's good. I'm a happy camper. I'm happy that.
That's all. That's all at this point. That's all controlled chaos. It's not even reliable information. I believe they leaked that information to the New York Times to create tension with the Iranians for the upcoming negotiation in Rome.
Did I hear Sammy is in a good mood? Did I just hear Sammy say he's in a good mood? That's rare form right there. That's rare form.
I'm in a very good mood. No, I'm dreaming of 4-cheese pizza.
Fortune pizza.
Oh yeah, that's made from matzo.
But after Passover.
Yeah.
Now is it? Wait a minute. Hold on.
They did a skit. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy did a skit on SNL about a month ago. Oh shit! It's Solar. It's Dan. Long time no see, Daddy boy. How you doing, Dan?
Hey, what's up? I can't see anybody. Hold on.
Well,
I'm on my phone. That's why.
Eddie Murphy did a skit about 4-cheese lasagna. You saw that? That was funny as hell.
Yeah, I did a review of the 4-cheese lasagna Stofers one day with Vaughn. We did that. That was really good.
Yeah, 4-cheese lasagna, man. What about that?
What's going on, Dan? What's going on? Your phone's not working.
You look so menacing. What's up, Dan? You look like you're ready to
He looks like
he's ready to go out there and menace somebody. He looks like a serial killer there.
He looks like a Freeman of the Lamb.
I got a new computer. I got to hook it up. I'm going through my phone. Pretty nice computer, man. It's the. You
look like one of those Freemen on the land when the cop pulls you over. You say, "I don't need no damn license. I'm a constitutionalist."
Dude, I started memorizing that stuff because they can trick you into a DUI just by fucking giving these field sobriety tests and stuff. You don't have to get those. You don't have to get those field sobriety tests at all. You can just say, "Hey, man, give me the damn blowing." What's that?
Dan.
You have designed the field.
Dan, can you just flash the axe or one of the guitars? Because I bought another guitar. I bought a new guitar. I've got
so many guitars that I have a whole room full of them next door. I have right here. I have a. Can you guys see me? I don't get this.
Really?
I see you, but the angle makes you look like you're about to kill somebody.
Yeah, but you look like you're going to kill someone. Yeah.
Because my face is charging. Check this out, Sam. Check this bad boy. Check this bad boy out, man.
Ooh.
A Charvel Telecaster USA.
I got a Chapman Telecaster, a black one. I showed it to you.
Oh, Rob Chapman, I would sell that. I'd never buy anything that guy makes. He's a rip-off artist.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry. Yeah. There. Look on eBay. Look on YouTube about him, man. There's been fights over his company, and then he split ways with there's an English guitar company over there that's pretty cool. Where Rabia, what's his name, plays for him. Damn it, what's the name of that company over there? They're huge.
Gibson
in England.
In England, yeah. They call the guy the captain that runs that has the show and owns the company.
But it plays real nice. It's real comfortable. It's one of those ergonomic guitars. It's like a modern guitar.
Listen, he has good ones, and then he has the ones that are made in China. You know what I mean?
No, it's a good one. I got a good one.
But everybody's abandoned him because he was so damn greedy that he wouldn't pay anybody anything. So they all to him. And I thought the name was changed. I don't know. It was still Chapman Guitars. Let me see here.
You know what else I got? I got an ESP Limited. That's like an SG style guitar, and I customized it. Huh?
There you all are.
I customized it with active EMG pickups, and a whammy bar. I got like a heavy metal guitar, that I play Judas Priest.
So EMG. Hold on a minute. What are you saying? What are you saying, John?
Lynn May's in the comments. She says she loves singers. I'm saying, oh, there you go, Vaughn.
Yep,
you're a singer, aren't you?
I'm a singer in a rock and roll band.
Dan, do you like the active EMG pickups? Do you have any of those on your guitars?
I have active EMGs on the one right next to me. I have a BC Rick.
Those are the best ones. Those are the best pickups.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you like. The battery activated. These are battery activated EMGs. And you got your little battery holder right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have these. I took these out because I had a wiring problem with them, and put it back together. And something's not together right because only one pickup works, or one of them went bad. 8185.
Yeah, that's the Zach Wild, right? Setup.
That's our most popular pickup setup, man.
Right.
I've had
I took mine to the Guitar Tech, and he hooked him up for me.
I've had so many EA. Well, now it's a kit. Everything just drops right in. Right. Did you see the new guitars where you flip the back off? The whole back of the guitar is magnetic, and you pop different pickups in and out. Have you seen those guitars yet? I played one. It sounded unbelievable. I was like, wow. Because all you do is just change a pickup. You pull it out and pull it right in. It's just a magnetic connection. Awesome. But the back of the guitar is the same way. It's a magnetic connection. And you pull it off, pull the back off, put it back on. I can find it. I saw it on a YouTube video like a year ago, and then came across one up at one of these stores around here that sells used stuff. And I was going to buy it, and I thought, no, I already have fucking 20-some guitars. I have too many right now.
You know what I'm practicing because I'm lazy? I'm practicing the easiest tunes to play, the Ramones, like 3-chord, 3-chord punk tunes that are really easy.
Yeah.
And, I do well with those,
Just practice chords and stuff for a while and get your rhythms down. I need to ask you computer guys something here. Hold on a minute here. Let me find my flashlight. For Christ's sake.
What? Lynn May says all this music talk. Lynn May's in the comments saying all this music talk is going to make us squirt like Niagara Falls.
That's not what she said.
I'm just glad I can play. I mean, I never thought I'd play again with that finger injury. And Von Helton claims that his church grew it back. I don't know about that, but
Yes,
What do they? Okay, they have different cables now. What is an E-ARC cable? EARC.
The ARC cable for the audio is for your surround sound.
I'll tell you what I got. Hang on a minute. I'm going to show it to you. Hold on. I got this kit, man, where you get a computer and you get the sound state. Well, no, the computer was separate. The sound station was all in one. It's JBL. You'll recognize this if you go in Best Buy. Where the hell is it? And I'm having trouble getting the sound bar. The sound bar
will connect to your PC through the ARC cable.
Look, this thing, man. It's all JBL. Look.
Yeah, that's good. That's good quality. I have one too. I have one just
like JBL is good quality.
That right there. SON 3D, amazing 3D. You get a big woofer and you get that sound bar. Where in the fuck? What cables do I use? Do I use HDMI or do I Bluetooth it?
Let me break mine out. Okay, so this is the sound bar. I have a sound bar. I have one like
this. Yeah, you do have the same one. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so you in the back here you have all the hookups. You've got the power and the ARC cable goes here. You put the ARC cable right to your PC. That's all you do. One cable.
Okay, and then you Bluetooth it.
No. It's just that one cable does everything. That one cable does everything.
That ARC cable, and it's called it's just I thought it was just a regular HDMI cable.
Well, you could connect your sound bar through the HDMI cable if you're going to do it through the TV. But if you're using your computer, you have to use the ARC cable.
Right. No, I'm using my TV, man. I got a brand new 55-inch. This TV I got is unbelievable. And then I'm running these 1,000-watt, and then I'm running these 1,000-watt amps. You know,
one HDMI cable will go from the back of the TV to the sound bar, and then another cable will go from the sound bar to whatever you want to use, like your PlayStation, your Xbox, your computer. So you can
I simply want to use my new tower. Okay, it's brand new with my with that right there.
Yeah,
that's my new TV, man. That's crystalline, bro. Crystal. Call it? I had the Samsung, dude. The Samsung lasted 2 weeks, man, and it went black one day. I got rid of it. I took it back. This is I forget the name of this thing.
It's not me, man.
They gave me a brand new one, dude. They gave me a brand new upgraded TV, dude. They said this thing is like super HD, man. Look at it. It's like really.
I think isn't 8K like the top of the line right now?
8K is top of the line, yeah.
8K, what is
8K?
8K.
Yeah, I never even heard of it. Here's my sound bar, John. It's a lot heavier than it looks. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
So you're saying I hook up the power line, which I have the power cable right there, and then hook up. Do I hook the in or the out up?
Okay, the in is from the TV to your sound bar. The in one goes for the TV. Yeah, the in one. Yep.
The in one, and then it doesn't matter which HDMI I plug it into over here.
Yeah, do one. Do HDMI 1.
Okay. Give me a minute.
Usually HDMI 1 has ARC support, surround
sound. Yeah, man, because these things get dropped on the floor all the time. I went over to somebody's house. They're like, "Hey, man,
hey John, are you financing your electronics, or how did you manage to afford it?
How do I afford?
They're real cheap. I got mine after Christmas, man. It was only like $399.
Really?
Damn, that's not bad.
Yeah, man, dude. I got my computer for 50% off. I mean, I was like, the guy's like, why fix your old one when you can get the new one that has the same specs? He said, but it's got 128 something. He says the processor's like, I forget what he said. It's like the fastest processor you can put in a computer right now. He's like, why would you? I said, I don't know. I said, that's why I'm asking you. Where'd my flashlight go, man? I can't see, dude. Hold on. You guys keep talking until I find my flashlight.
You know why I'm also happy? Because after 2 fucking whole years of waiting, the flight simulator game that I was waiting for on PSVR for the PlayStation 5 is ready to release. Aces of Thunder.
Aces of Thunder. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, so John, let me ask you this. Okay, so that comes out there. I go over here. Oh, I don't even have that plugged in on the side of the TV. Holy shit. Okay, so I can use any one of the HDMI outs because there's different types.
Yeah, you probably want to use HDMI 1.
Yeah, that's the most convenient one. When you turn on the TV, you don't have to switch to the different channels.
Yeah, I agree. Hold on here, guys. HDMI 1. Yeah, John, I've been fucking with this thing and been like, man, so pissed. And then what I do I want to Bluetooth it or?
No.
So it should work without the Bluetooth. It should just work without.
But what about the
you use the Bluetooth if you want to connect your cell phone to it and play music from your cell phone or some shit.
I was gonna say it's always asking me to do that. It's always.
Wait a minute. Don't you need the HDMI 1 slot for your cable box and shit?
Well, you can also play. Well, you can daisy chain the speaker. The speaker has 2 ports. Okay, shut the fuck up, everyone. Time out. The speaker, the surround sound bar has 2 ports: an in port and an out port. You want your TV in the in port, and then the out port goes to whatever fucking thing you wanted to connect to.
The out port on the bar goes to your cable box. Okay.
Your dick hole, whatever hole you want to plug it into.
I got you.
But wait a minute here. Vaughn brings up a good point. I have my cable box is in here, and that has where is that sound bit?
Okay, timeout. One more timeout. Another timeout. It sounds like you have too much shit. So you're gonna need to buy something called an HDMI.
You have too much.
No. Before I ran the box through Wi-Fi, I think.
I
ran through the Wi-Fi.
If you want your soundbar, hold on, timeout. If you want your soundbar to work with all your different devices, you have to connect it to like an HDMI splitter or a box that does multiple ports. But usually, you only want your soundbar for like the thing you use the most, like your television. Okay, so just use it for the television.
Oh, the TV works great. Yeah, I have it hooked up to the TV right now, and it goes right into the it's been because I right away bought 8-foot long gold.
Well, 8 foot cable. You probably only need like 6 foot or 5 foot, but okay.
Dan.
Yeah, but I was gonna hang it on the wall. I was gonna hang it on the wall at first, and then I was like, "Fuck this wall shit, man." Who knows this? You get an explosion somewhere around the neighborhood and shit. The next thing you know, it's got lines going through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that hooks up.
What do you think about Trump's plan to reindustrialize America? You're going to get a bunch of opportunities to work, electricians' jobs and all sorts of jobs, once all the manufacturing comes back. What do you think about that?
Well, I tell you what, I wish something would come back because I don't like working where I'm at anymore. I don't like it there anymore. They laid a ton of people off in there. They laid me off twice, and this girl come back, used to be my boss, and her and I are good buddies and stuff like that. And she was like, "Hey, I need you to do me a favor." She goes, "I need you to go over this one department. There's a bunch of assholes over there." And she goes, "I know me and her are pretty good friends." She's actually really cool.
You know what I was thinking about you? Dan,
they sent me over there, and the first thing I'm doing is arguing with these assholes that she's talking about. like immediately. Oh, so she sent you down here. I'm like, well, who are you guys? Fuck you guys. Right away I get into an argument. And it's like, damn, man, it's been 2 weeks of hell.
I wouldn't be too concerned. I mean, a guy with your experience and your, skills, with production and installation and all that good stuff that you do. I think you're going to be in high demand soon. You're going to be in seriously high demand.
Yeah, there is a lot of stuff going on. My company, it's a union, and once you get on the bad side of the union, which I have recently, the people that run the union, that's all new people. They voted all the old people out. I don't even know anybody anymore. And I got on the bad side of the quote unquote president of the union. It went to his head. He's never even ran a union before or anything like that. He ran for union. They hated the other guy so bad that they basically fucking outed the guy. And I know no one down there, and I had an issue that needed to be settled, didn't get settled. Nothing was done about it. So what's going on now is it's like it's a joke, man. It's a joke. That 100 and some people were laid off, and they 100 and they never came back. They went and got other jobs. They were sick. I've been laid off 4 times in the past 2 years. So I'm
but
just
you're still
like
in high demand because of your skills.
Yeah, you know what? There's electricians' jobs open right now in there, and I went in there and told them when they called me in, they're like, "How comes you're not applying this time?" I said, "Because you got the same jerk supervisor." I said, "That didn't take me the last 2 times." I said, "I won't want anything to do with this department." I said, "Sorry." I said, you
consider yourself to be lucky with your vocation gives you like a high paying salary. You're not really in the lower percentile.
I went up 8, dude. When I was off, I had a medical procedure done. I was off, and when I came back, I had an $8 fucking raise, man. I was like, what? I mean, I make really good money. I make really good money for a person that works in a factory. Okay. But
that's awesome.
It's a government. It's a government, run factory. It's BAE. They're British Aerospace and engineering. Right. They're all over the country, and this is the tank division over here where I'm at.
Wow. You know what? I on a kibbutz that I used to work on, it's called Ena Shofet. They had also in a factory where I was working, they were manufacturing.
Damn, that thing's huge.
Tell me that ain't badass, Vaughn. You're into these, aren't you?
Yeah.
Check this one out, Vaughn. This one here's leather, and the same type of thing, but this one here's got a bigger barrel at the top. This has 2 batteries. This has 2 batteries. And then I got this one down here. This one puffs pretty good. This one bang. This one's a single compared to a double. You can see.
Yeah, you can see the
size difference, man. That's what I've been spending my money on. I've got like 10 of these already, man. I got one that you shove like up your sleeve, and I walk around work, and I'm like. That's not marijuana coming out of there. That's just flavored. That was grape. It's called Jam Monster. I can't see it here. Jam Monster something. I've got. This is a fun. It gets rid of my anxiety, man. Or no, this one's Jam Monster. Hold on, let me turn my flashlight.
Did you sell your bike like you were planning, or did you hold on?
Just open up a window and let natural light come in and give you some vitamin D, dude.
I don't want any of that right now.
Dan, did you sell your bike or what?
If I would do what? Throw my motorcycle away?
Yeah, motorcycle. Did you sell it?
No, but you know what I want to get? I want to get one of those electric bikes, dude. Those are awesome. You know, you can just measure your wheel size, take a picture of your bike, right? Your bicycle, and they'll mail you the battery, the rim, and everything, the tire, all that stuff to turn your bicycle into an electric bike. Did you know that? You can either a front wheel or a rear wheel. Did you know that? Instead of going
that.
Yeah.
But you're riding a bicycle now? Wait a minute. What about your hog? What about the Harley?
I don't have that. It's out in the garage. It's winter still around here, man. I don't ride. That will ride until they officially clean the roads and get all the salt off the roads.
Oh, well, I live in the Mediterranean. It's been summertime here for the past 2 months already.
I rode a bike. I rode a cycle, and when it was fucking nasty with salt all over the road, I made a left turn. I fucking fell and skidded like a fucking motherfucker. My whole leg open, fucking burnt.
And
my right leg landed on the tailpipe. Fucking burnt.
Oh man, that's the worst. Tailpipe burns. Yeah, that'll.
You're right, man. You can't be driving in the fucking shit all over the road.
You know, the biggest thing is it fucks your paint job up. You know, it ruins your paint job. Why would you want to? I know guys that do it to that piece of shit bikes, but my bike's way too nice to my Springer, the one I ride.
Bike that you don't really give a fuck.
I thought you were talking about these electric bikes, man, because at first I was laughing at them, and now I'm just kind of like, I can't believe how fast they go. You'll see guys going up the street 70, 80 miles an hour, man. I'm not joking. That's how fast they are.
Damn.
Yeah, they move.
Weren't you building them at the Harley factory? You built those electric bikes.
That's an electric motorcycle. I'm talking about electric bicycles. You can either buy the whole bicycle, or you just charge your battery up every night, and then you carry a spare battery, which goes up the one tube. Man, dude, and then you can also buy scooters that you stand on and they have 4 shocks, and you can jump around on them. This guy's going like 140, 150 miles an hour on one, man. They're over in New Jersey, New York area. These guys are nuts.
Something like that, though. That's too fast.
Sounds super dangerous.
Oh yeah, if you get a flat tire, you're done.
No way I would go 80, 90 on a bicycle, man. No way, because there's nothing there to protect you if you wipe out, man.
Yeah, well, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. The scale's different than you would think, but my mountain bike.
That's like me. That's like the bikers. That would be like me taking a fucking Pinto. That would be like me taking a fucking Pinto and putting an 800 horsepower V8 motor in it. Okay. It's a suicide trap. You wouldn't.
I'll be driving down the New Jersey.
You can find it.
I'll be going 90. I'll be going 85, 90 in the New Jersey Turnpike, and some cocksucker in a bike fly me lane splitting right fucking down the middle, going 120.
Ain't that crazy? They do that right around here because the college is right here, man. There's guys going up the street, man. They hammer those things. They lay rubber and everything with those. It's like driving. Okay, it's like think about the power in an electric drill, and these electric drills, these new electric motors are brushless, so they just have so much more power than anything before. They do massive burnouts. I want to get an electric bike, man. Just for something to fuck around on, just not to in my neighborhood, not to
just for shits and giggles. Yeah, I get.
Yeah, man, they are fucking badass, man. Look when you get time, look up on YouTube electric bicycles.
I think Harley Davidson makes electric bikes now, and they get like a fucking 300 miles. fucking guards or something.
I was one of the first people to build an electric Harley Davidson motorcycle, and they are crap. They're changing the name. They're changing the name of the company. Huh? Good.
You heard anything new about like Japanese AI fuck dolls, maybe instead of like motorcycles?
No, do they have them?
Like the latest humanoid fuck dolls.
Of course, Sammy's gonna go there. Of course,
there was a video. There was a video.
Show me shit, turn it on. Show me one of these things. I want to see it talking.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you about the video. There was a guy who did a video, and he had a park bench. He was at a park. He had a park bench, and he sat her down on the park bench, and he went and hid behind the bushes, and here come all these guys coming up to hit on her, okay, and he's working the controls of her, and then he comes out from behind the bushes and scares the shit out of him and says, "No, she ain't real, dude. Get lost," you know. But he kept doing it. He did that over and over and over again in the video, man.
I gotta see this.
He fooled a whole bunch of guys with her, man, because she looked real. She looked 100% real.
And what would you like say? Heck,
that's not a bad looking bike. 2024 Harley Davidson all electric bike. That doesn't look too bad.
That's an electric
it looks
one.
Awesome.
Is that electric?
Why? That's not electric. It has an exhaust pipe on it.
Yeah,
I was going to say.
That one, right? The one with the girl. That's an electric. That's an electric one.
Listen, man. The first year they demoed the electric Harley Davidson was in, I think 2019, down in Daytona, Florida. I was there. It caught on fire.
Yeah, because of the battery.
It could call on fire. They were flipping out, man. And I was there, and I was there as a person that was there for Daytona. I wasn't there with Harley Davidson or nothing like that, but it's one of the bikes I had to have touched it. I mean, but they had so many troubles with those things when they first came out, and they were overcharged. They were like $19,000. Their closest competitor was like 10 or 11,000. It was faster. It rode better.
They had two Alpinista, whatever the fuck it's called.
I don't like
starting at 21,000. Look at that, 21,000 for an electric bike. Look at that.
Is that what they renamed it? Because they're going. They said they were renaming the Harley Davidson electric motorcycles.
Yeah,
they were going to.
I would prefer they more both like a real Harley. You know, they
does that look like it's worth $21,000, Sam?
No,
I don't think so.
Not.
That is definitely the Harley motor.
It looks like something my 5-year-old kid can fucking ride or something, you know?
Yeah, I don't like the angle of the forks. The angle of the forks.
Doesn't look too good, man. It doesn't look too good.
It doesn't look like a. It doesn't. If they should have made it look more like a Harley, it doesn't look like a Harley.
Yeah, I worked on that line, and there were so many problems that they just finally shut it down for like 4 months. And then I got called back over to that line one day, and I said, "Oh, we're working on these fucking pieces of shit again." And this guy was like, "What'd you say?" You know, like this managerial type. I said, "They're junk, dude." I said, "How many bikes you got in your garage?" And I said, 99% of the people in here don't even ride. And I said, "There's only a few of us that ride." Now there was a lot of guys that rode like Hayabusas and Kawasaki's and everything but Harleys. I said, "There's only a few of us in here."
Hold on a second. Time out. I got a piece of shit I got to pound on the dirt. We got someone called the producer with Harvey Weinstein's face. Real funny. Vaughn, I'm a long-time troll. This is a friendly reminder that you will never find me. You will never catch me. I will never stand in front of a judge for all the funny things you said. Let me tell you something, producer. Let me say, if you think you can fucking sit there and fucking talk some shit all fucking day long, you're going to get another thing coming to you, bud.
Let me tell you something, troll. Let me tell you something, troll. You say you can never be touched. You say you can never be touched. You can never be got. Okay. All right. You tell that to Al Capone. You tell that to what's one guy's fuck. I had him in my head and I'm just
tell that to Michael Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. Tell it to Harvey Weinstein.
Tell it to Sean Diddy Combs.
Yeah, John D. Holmes. Fucking.
Vaughn, are you comparing a troll to Al Capone or John Gotti?
Well, I'm saying they think they're above the law. They think they can't be touched. They think they can't be got, and they're wrong. Listen, the U.S. military created the internet. They did. They created it. Look it up. So the military still has control. I guarantee you they do. They've got back doors that you don't even know exist. And believe me, if the military gives power to the FBI to use those back doors, they will not only find you, they will grab your happy ass and put you in a jail cell if they really want to. You know, the question is, oh, do they really want to? And the answer is, I don't know. But if they really want you, they can get you. Trust me, they can. There is nowhere you can hide. I don't care if you've got 1,000 VPNs. I don't care if you have 1,000 MAC addresses. Doesn't fucking matter. If they want you bad enough, they will get you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Not a damn thing.
You have to have done something really awful to
dude, both my parents are dead. That's pretty fucking awful. Both my parents are dead. My wife is insane, and my kids got stole. And my inheritance got stole. I'd say that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Somebody needs to pay for that shit, man. So these online trolls need to pay for that. They got on Skype and plotted to destroy my family and destroy my finances. Okay, we have a legal term for that. It's called premeditated.
Do you have a video of that planning?
I have the audio. I don't have a video, but I have the audio.
Do you have the audio?
We have the fucking text documents.
It was well, we got their own words where they brag about this shit. They've been bragging about it for years. Yeah, we got his kids taken away. Yeah, we got his wife driven insane. Yeah, you know, they brag about it. We've got their own text messages where they
Vaughn, I honestly think your wife was already insane before she came up there.
No.
To crawl out of a bag.
She was that bad. No, she was a cute little girl with dreams and aspirations.
She had dreams and aspirations, and that got taken from her.
Yeah, but it was the end of the world dreams. Is what she was dreaming of.
No. They were building another UK right here in Manchester. And she could have went to college without having to drive all the way to Lexington and back, which is a 4-hour drive one way. That would have been 8 hours on the road every day to go to school. They were building one here though in Manchester. It would only been a half hour back and forth every day. And they were building one, and I think if she'd have just held out a little bit longer, man, they would have had that college built. She could have went off to college, and the trolls wouldn't have been able to do anything because she wouldn't have been here. She just literally wouldn't have been here.
You went to school somewhere, dude.
No, that was all bullshit. No, that was all bullshit. She never goes. Dude, she's got 5 different.
I thought she graduated with a doctorate.
She's got 5 different personalities. Okay, she's not going to no school nowhere. No.
Well, hell, if she's 5 different people, then she ought to be able to be, 5 different doctors. She ought to be able to make a lot of money. Think about that.
Crazy people are not going to be allowed to be put in charge of stuff like that. If anything, she's in a mental institution where she hopefully is getting good care, but I don't know that. But she ain't in her right mind. And that's another point, and that I really need to bring this up to the system and ask the system about this, because when you destroy someone's mind to where that person that you married no longer exists, as far as I'm concerned, she's dead. But I don't know. But I don't know how the legal system. But I don't know how the legal system looks at it. The legal system, because her body's still alive, but her brain is gone. The woman I married does not exist. She's been destroyed.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's dead. So what were you going to do? Sue for? Or were you going to have them put in jail for murder? Is what you were getting to?
No, listen. She doesn't exist. Okay, so therefore,
dude,
yeah,
Dan, I hate to say this, but your room over there reminds me of Silence of the Lambs.
What?
Silence of the Lambs, man.
What reminds you of Silence of the Lambs?
Your room.
You got to freshen up your room a little bit, make it more lively.
Listen, I tore the carpet out. Listen, I'm in the middle of completely remodeling this area. There's stuff torn out of here. I'm knocking a hole through this wall right here. This front room here is going to be huge, just like the very back one. It's not going to be as big as the back one, but I've torn carpet up and all kinds of stuff. It's just in the middle of construction. I don't have time like other people do that can do all this stuff, man. I just don't have time. I had a guy that was supposed to help me with it, and he disappeared. We don't know where he's at.
Yeah, but hardwood floors are better than carpeting. You know that. Hardwood floors are healthier for you.
Well, hardwood floor, yeah, absolutely. Hardwood floors in right now, and this carpet is too old. I cut 90% of it out. I got to cut this area out here. I got to pull this fucking table, this brand new TV, all this other shit out, and this whole half needs pulled out. The amps need wheeled over. I know where the amps are going. I have a spot for the amps. I'm putting the amps in the closet, man. And I'm just gonna open the closet up and just hit the,
all right, I got
no E minor chord, man, to start rocking out. Huh?
Right, I got breaking news. FSU shooting. At least 6 hurt. Suspect is in custody. At least 6 people were injured in a shooting at Florida State University in Tallahassee on Thursday, according to the Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare. 1 person is in critical condition and 5 are in serious condition, according to the hospital. The number of injured is subject to change, sources told ABC News, as law enforcement is actively searching to determine how many might be injured. A suspect is in custody, multiple sources told ABC News, adding that the search for possible additional shooters is ongoing. The shooting took place near the Student Union, according to an FSU alert, which has advised students to continue to shelter in place due to reports of an active shooter. Okay, so it's still ongoing, apparently. Student Daniela Streetley told ABC News she was in the building across the street from the Student Union when the alert sirens started blaring and people who were standing outside ran into her building. Students then fled from the Student Union as law enforcement flooded the scene, she said. Fred Gutenberg, whose 14-year-old daughter Jamie was killed in the Parkland High School shooting in South Florida in 2018, said some of Jamie's classmates now attend FSU. Incredibly, some of them were just a part of their second school shooting, and some were in the Student Union that day. Gutenberg, who had become a gun reform supporter, wrote on social media, "As a father, all I ever wanted after the Parkland shooting was to help keep our children safe. Sadly, because of the many people who refuse to do the right things about reducing gun violence, I am not surprised by what happened today." Listen, you can get rid of all the guns. You can get rid of 24/7 guns, and these criminals will still find a way to get a gun. Okay, so you're not solving anything by putting gun restriction on ordinary citizens. That doesn't stop crime. What stops crime is a bullet between the eyeballs. That stops crime. Okay?
That's what you just said. Don't stop crime.
The Florida Department of Law Enforcement said it's actively engaged in the incident. The FBI is also assisting authorities at the university, an agency spokesperson told ABC News. President Donald Trump has been briefed on the shooting.
Yeah, how the fuck is this guy in the private chat posting? How the hell did you give him the link? Why is this Johnny Johnson posting shit in the private chat?
Let me get rid of that piece of shit.
Yeah, you need a bag of dicks, John and Vaughn. You are both low-life low-life dicks.
Don't read it out, Sammy. Don't read it out loud. Don't give him any credibility.
Johnny Johnson.
Dan, remember?
I got
look at this one. Chocolate banana Rev shoved up his butt with G-Man. He says, Dan, do you remember when Vaughn and John said you tried to kill Vaughn's dogs?
What's this now?
We didn't even say anything like that. You
yeah, they did say, you guys did say that. You said I tried to kill the dog.
The troll came up with
Poison
that.
them.
The troll said that.
You guys fucking poisoning the dogs.
The troll said that.
Nah, you guys, Sam even heard it. You guys said I tried to poison the dog somehow through Amazon. Yeah.
Dan, have you gone full Benedict Arnold on John and Vaughn?
What's that?
The accusations are that you've gone over to the other side.
What does understand to me?
Dan admitted the other day that he talks to Larry every day. So he does.
Yeah, that he talks to Larry.
I used to talk to Larry every day. Larry's been dead for 2 months at least.
Well, you can believe what you want, but there's no evidence from any hospital. There's no evidence from any newspaper. There's no evidence from any funeral home.
I'll call them right now.
Dude, they don't listen. They don't listen. When you die, okay, and they can't get you stable. First of all, when an ambulance comes to your house, I know this from watching it.
How the hell the ambulance?
I know this from watching. Listen. I know this from watching this first person. The ambulance is to stabilize you before they even drive off. Meaning they have your heart rate being, decent, and they have your blood pressure decent stuff, or they don't drive off. If you're dead, they call the coroner. You don't go to the hospital if you're dead. You go to a funeral home and get put in a cooler. Is what you get put in.
What was that guy's handle, Larry?
Trust me, Larry's dead. Larry is definitely dead.
Secular what? What was his name, John? Secular what? Secular opinion.
Yeah.
Secular opinion.
What about him? I don't talk to him, but what about him?
That's not Larry?
No, Larry's some fat fuck that's related to Vaughn.
Larry is Larry Frost.
Larry is about 450 pounds of overweight fucking blubber.
Well, no, he was 375, and then he got down to about 320. But the doctor told him to quit smoking. And all he's seen him do is roll up cigarettes. And then just I turned my computer on early in the morning, or I was 2 days late. I turned it on 2 days after it happened, and Larry is definitely dead. I wouldn't joke around about something like that. He's gone.
Good.
What about Vaughn's inheritance? Doesn't he get to reclaim it from Larry?
I don't think there ever was one. What's that? I don't think there ever was $32 million.
Piece of shit who harasses us. But then you got another guy called James Arnold Frost, who's the one who stole the money.
James Arnold Frost is Larry's uncle. He's very old and has had several strokes. If you think Vaughn had $32 million in jars in the back.
Hi, I'm John McCain.
And I'm Beelzebub, Prince of Darkness.
Politics is important, even here in hell. And like many Democrats here, I'll be voting this year from far beyond the grave.
You always were my favorite traitor.
All right, next topic. All right, I don't want to talk about the next topic.
Listen to me. I'm just telling you. He did pass away. His wife completely lost it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. I haven't heard anything because I don't talk to anybody else. But I imagine that I don't know what's going on.
Sammy, what's the update with bombing Iran? Speaking of John McCain burning in hell, what's the
you know
update?
What? I got good news. You guys are going to love this. You're going to be more pro-Trump when you hear this news. I read the headlines. Trump is offering free airfare, free plane rides to all illegals that want to self-deport, and he's going to throw in a few bucks to incentivize them picking up and leaving on their, by self-deporting.
Okay.
How many? Okay, at 1% to 100%, meaning all 100% of them leave. How many do you think are really going to leave? It's for real.
I don't know. At least it's a start. I mean, he's probably tens of thousands that have already picked up.
Fuck, they're living in hotels and being fed for free in New York. Do you really think they're going to leave? Seriously.
Well, he's trying to stop that. He's trying to stop the.
Stop that. It should be made illegal. None of us can do it.
There you go, John. Take a look.
Well, isn't Doge stopping that now?
Take a look, John.
What is it? I can't.
John hear us? Is he frozen? John looks frozen. Is he frozen? Oh no, he's moving. John, do you see me?
Let me put that.
He don't want to talk to you.
Holy shit, man! Let me get some of that.
Are they microwave? Are they microwaved or are they oven? Are they done?
No, that's cooked in the oven. No, that's cooked in the oven. And I got a doggy here that loves them, don't you, buddy? Yes, you do. Yeah, I want one too. Yes, buddy, you do.
But you know what? I'm very high on Trump right now.
I'm just glad he didn't bomb Iran.
Why?
Because it would have started World War III.
The Houthis are backed by Iran, so they are bombing us, and we are bombing them. As far as I'm concerned.
Breaking news right now: Elon Musk is buying Twitter for an estimated $44 billion.
Yeah, he fucked him up.
Oh man, I don't remember having all these. I don't remember having all these videos on my
No. Trump just killed like about 30 or 40 different Houthi leaders, and one of them.
Yeah,
this is now.
He's been bombing Iran. He's been fucking them up for like 2 weeks now. Where's everybody been?
Well,
it's gonna get worse too. It's gonna get much worse.
Thank God.
Where'd Sam go?
What happened to Sam?
Supposedly, though, he has stated he is not going to bomb Iran.
I don't think Trump's into making war.
Well, he says he doesn't want that conflict to have to take place, but if he has to, he will. He said. At least that's what he said in the White House. Who knows? I think all these people lie, but who knows? Who knows, man? But, I mean, I sure as hell wouldn't name my group the Houthis. I don't know what the hell that even means, the Houthis.
I don't know what it means. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. Nor do I want to know, actually, because it's probably something very derogatory anyway.
Right.
So I don't want to know.
It's something terrible.
Probably. Something very evil, sadistic.
There's Sammy. He's back. Maybe he had internet trouble.
Yeah,
maybe he got
I had internet trouble.
Maybe he got a piece of hummus stuck in the internet or something. I don't know.
No, I was trying to find a link, and when I went looking for it, I got disconnected from you guys. I got something funny for you guys. You're gonna love it. John, I sent you the link in the private chat. Can you play it? It's funny as hell. It's from Joe Rogan. It's from Kill Tony. It's from Joe Rogan. It's like if you want to get a really hard laugh. This killed me when I saw it.
But if it could talk, it would sound like me.
No, started from the beginning.
Used to be very wet. Cheryl Hines is. was so big and wet, my Uncle Teddy drowned a hooker in it.
Oh, God.
Speaking of, I see a lot of vaccinated people in the audience. Looks like a goddamn Asperger's convention out there. My God, you people are fat here in Texas. The elevator at my hotel said maximum capacity 2,000 pounds. Could have just said one at a time. Speaking of one at a time, that's what Marilyn Monroe said when my uncle and father tried to spit roast her. My wife, Cheryl Hines.
Yeah, we better cool that down.
That's very funny.
Because the trolls will flag the shit out of that. Trolls will flag the shit out of that.
That was funny as hell, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's talking about, the Kennedys. What do you guys think of the new Kennedy files?
It made things very crystal clear. It kind of just nailed the coffin with
Who killed him? Who killed him?
CIA.
Who killed him?
CIA.
It was a conglomeration of different interest groups that were really powerful that got together and whacked him. But it was primarily. No, it was primarily
you mean individuals participated
of the Italian mafia, the Jewish mafia, and the Dixie mob. It was all the different mafias, including the CIA and including the the military-industrial complex that wanted him dead.
Yeah, he pissed off everybody
for all the different reasons that they had. They had their own. They all had their own agendas for getting rid of him.
And Lee Harvey Oswald was CIA.
Yeah, he was. But you know what? He was a patsy because he was a KGB double agent, and they wanted to basically frame the Russians. They wanted to frame the KGB
using him.
And they had a convenient scapegoat fall guy who was a CIA KGB double agent.
And that would be Oswald, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. People don't know he was over in Russia. He was also at the airport base in Japan where the SR-71 Blackbird flew out of.
There you
go. What do you think he was doing over there?
He was a convenient dupe. He was a convenient patsy because he was working as a double agent with the KGB. So they had a convenient, perfect scapegoat. They wanted to frame the Russians for Kennedy's assassination. And that's why the Russians got really pissed off after that assassination. And they were on the warpath for trying of getting even,
Yeah.
There we go.
Because who they framed officially in the mainstream was a KGB agent. Harvey Oswald was framed as a KGB agent.
I sometimes think that Who Framed Roger Rabbit was kind of based on that a little bit, because if you watch the actual movie, it kind of leans in that direction.
Yeah, you know what? I talked to John and Vaughn about it, but a lot had to do with Israel's nuclear weapons program, and also revenge for developing a nuclear weapon in Israel, which ended up with the foundation of the PLO, the sponsorship and mentoring of Yasser Arafat on the part of the Soviets, on the part of the Russians. They established the PLO, and they Yasser Arafat as the head of the PLO. That was Russian revenge. That was Soviet KGB revenge. That's why they've had a long relationship with the so-called Palestinians. It goes all the way back to the Kennedy assassination and the attempt to frame them for Kennedy's assassination.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
But all the people that got JFK whacked are pretty much accurate depicted in the movie, Oliver Stone's movie, he got it right. In Kevin Costner's, depicting the lawyer during the what was the name of the Warren Commission? The Warren Commission, right?
Warren Commission, right?
Yeah.
The investigation. It was a cover up and everything. But Oliver Stone
You're
did
not
enough
going out there. Not right now, Sharpie.
Yeah, George.
He got it. He got it right.
You had very wealthy George de Mohrenschildt who hung around a lowlife named Lee Harvey Oswald. That didn't make any sense. You had all this stuff that didn't make any sense, but it makes sense now.
Yeah, I mean, when you realize political intrigues and that it had international kind of significance as far as foreign policy and domestic, everything that John F. Kennedy did pissed off very powerful people that wanted to basically, kidnap what's the word for like hijack the United States? They were, and Eisenhower was warning that the United States was in the process of being hijacked, and the hijacking. And
they claim
you're talking about a mutiny, yeah.
They claim that JFK was a traitor and was going to was giving secrets to the Russians for money, and they have a recording of Carlos Marsalis, the boss of New Orleans, saying we killed the wrong effing Kennedy. What he meant by that was he RFK was the one that they should have killed. So then they went and killed him. I don't know if you've read about that, but that's something that's come out too. They claim that JFK was dirt. They claim that JFK was dirty.
No, well, America after the Second World War, you
the only thing JFK was dirty was his prick with fucking Marilyn Monroe. That's the only thing that was dirty. That was it.
Oh, but he was screwing Russian hookers. He was screwing Russian spies.
Yes.
Along with the Italian mob, they were sharing Russian hookers.
Yep. It was.
Like East Berlin, Russian hookers, man.
Damn.
Yeah, they said he was dirty as can be, giving away secrets. That's why he wasn't a president very long.
I don't know if he was just. I don't know if just about selling secrets or sharing information with the mob via Marilyn Monroe. She was like the go-between a hooker gang that they were sharing. But America at that time, after the Second World War, was deep into corruption. I mean, with Operation Paperclip and all the Nazi scientists and everything. And, the Vatican rat lines that they were protecting Hitler. They were protecting the Nazis in South America. He survived. He had kids. All right. That was the OSS that became the CIA with Dulles. They protected the Nazis. Okay. So it was so rotten. It was so corrupt that you can't. It wasn't a far stretch to realize that they would assassinate a president as well. They didn't give a shit. They were into heavy corruption, and it festered, and you got what you got today in America, and now it's all being exposed, like Doge exposing the fact that a good bunch of no good parasites in America have been looting the treasury. I mean, this is the end of the line when you
trillions of dollars in the Congress and all that stuff. They're just a bunch of greedy criminal fucks.
Lifers,
yeah.
And then they get stocks. Look at that. What's that lady's name out in California that her teeth are always falling out and stuff? Oh man, is it Nancy Pelosi?
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi.
She is so fucking rich. It's unbelievable, man. And they're like
Italian mafia. That's her family.
Like
it's straight up.
They're allowed to do insider trading and stuff. It's sickening.
No, but the corruption in America now is just like it's all. It's like you took one of these. You're over there in Kentucky in the the Boone Forest over there where Vaughn lives, and you overturned a big rock to reveal a bunch of parasites and worms and all of the most disgusting kind of low life insects there. Roaches, the worst of the worst. That's what's been uncovered right now. Daniel Boone would know how to deal with them.
Daniel Boone would know how to deal with it if he was alive. He would. I guarantee you, if Daniel Boone was around, he'd know exactly how to deal with it. Guaranteed.
Him and his bow and arrow.
Trump has his own style.
Do you honestly think that Daniel Boone would let the government come out and take people's kids out of their house? Hell no. Hell no. That would never happen with Daniel Boone around. Never. Guaranteed.
Unless he didn't have his bow and arrow.
Daniel Boone had a rifle. Daniel Boone used
whatever he had.
What's the name of that? The raccoon hat. Isn't that the image of him with the raccoon hat
and
the long
cap,
rifle?
Right. He had a rifle and
a coonskin cap.
How old would he be if he was still alive? 200 years old?
No, not that old.
Somewhere around there.
I don't know. Maybe, 130, 140. He would be up there, but I mean, the country's only 200. This July the 4th, we'll be celebrating our 250th birthday. So I mean, the country's only 250 years old. Now, while it's true that Daniel Boone was actually here before Kentucky was created, that's true. But I mean, it still isn't that big of a deal. I mean, he was here when Kentucky was created, and I'm very confident. I am very confident that Daniel Boone would not appreciate the government taking kids out of people's homes. No way in hell. You'd have to be really, really, really shitty before he would even consider something like that.
Sam, what's going on in your neck of the woods with all the wars and stuff? What's going on?
Very, very uplifting and encouraging developments, which I'm very happy about. That's why I got John to open up a room. Yeah, Trump. I mean, Trump is delivering. Trump is delivering. I mean, we love Trump, man. And as far as what's happening now, what?
Trump's Jewish, isn't he?
Yes.
No, his daughter converted.
Gotta be.
He's
connected.
He, in his own book, The Way to the Top, he says he has a Jewish rabbi that teaches him Kabbalah. He is a Kabbalah Jewish person. And Way to the Top came out in what, 1970 or something?
He's close to the Jews. He's close to the Jewish people. Also with his dad, Fred.
And his dad was Jewish too.
To the Jews and Queens and everything in Jamaica.
Let me pull that up for you so you can see it. Let me pull that up.
But I'll tell you this: I'm happy because the Gaza war is about to end. And the pressure we're putting on the Hamas is breaking them, and we'll get all our hostages back. And then the war will end. And once the war ends, it's a signal for a lot of, I'd say, a big event that's about to take place. Because that once we end the war, once we exit Gaza, we have all our living hostages back, alive and dead. We have as many of them as we can get. The requirement is that we get all the living back, and we will. Once that is done, over with, all the fireworks begin, according to what my rabbi said. And we're very close to this happening soon.
Well, okay. How do you know that there's even any hostages? I hate to say this. How do you know that any hostages that are even alive yet. I mean, they killed so many. They killed that one. They killed that Goldberg kid. They killed that Goldberg kid. They cut his hack. They hacked his freaking hand off and everything. They tortured him, and they killed him. They thought he was alive. I mean, how do you know that there's any of them still alive?
Signs of life in order to torture us psychologically. They left signs of life. Fred Trump, yeah, he got awards from everybody, from the Jews in Queens over there. Jewish Center, where's that Beach Haven Jewish Center in Queens, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so, yeah.
Awesome, very good for him, Milton.
Rabbi Israel Wagner. Okay,
very good.
So Fred Trump.
That's in Trump's home over there in Queens?
Like I said, these guys all had rabbis, okay? So they were all Jews, No,
they were associated
with you say they converted.
Fred Trump
this information,
a temple or synagogue there, yeah.
Well,
good for them. I mean, they were tight back in the day. They're
for God's sake.
Awesome. We got our man in the White House. You guys,
when you make it in life when people say you don't have Shylocks, you got a rabbi. You know what I'm saying? You got a rabbi. Oh man.
Awesome. I'm glad. This is verification that Trump is tight with the Jews.
Let this flag be a token of our sincerest appreciation.
He's on your side. He's on your side too. You don't think that he's abandoned you.
Wait, where's that yarmulke? Where's the yarmulke around when he's over there? I wouldn't think he would wear that if he wasn't Jewish. No. Yeah, John's got one.
Well, see, if I go to Israel right now, I would not wear a yarmulke because I'm not Jewish. And I would think people would get offended at me if I did. Now that's what I would think.
Here's what my yarmulke says. There's my yarmulke right there, guys.
What does that mean? FTW, fuck with the white boy? What does that mean?
Fuck the world.
Oh, fuck the world.
Yeah.
That's a good Yiddish saying. Fuck the world. Yeah, fuck the world. Yeah.
Just to make this clear,
just a good looking chicks.
Well, they gave us proof of life. So once we get them back, and also the dead, I'm telling you, things are going to pop off. And I'm telling you, this coming Saturday in Rome, when they're going to have the second round of negotiations with the Iranians, the talks are going to fail. And it's just a formality. Trump wants to go through the motions, and he's going to give the green light for striking the Iranian nuclear sites. And then everything pops off.
There's this black guy that goes to Asia, that went to Asia, and the Asian guy gave the black guy a gift. And he opened the gift, and it was a banana.
I know, I saw that. He was so pissed off. Oh, yeah. They're like,
wait. Stop. What's wrong with a banana?
Because he's insinuating he's a monkey.
Oh. Well, see, I didn't even think of that. Shit.
He keeps handing it to him. The guy's like, what? And he opens it up, and it's a banana. And then he jumps out. He jumps out and chases him.
Why?
Anyway, well, I want to get going. I want to say
what's up? I mean, I think the Asians aren't racist against black.
I just want to say a 10-minute warning, 10-minute final conversation.
Okay. Chinese people don't like black people.
Where you going? You're busy. You got things to do.
Yeah, that was a hell of a thing. Telling us
John's
where's he got to go work? Where's he living at on the windowsill? What is that?
In Jersey. He's in Jersey.
I can't see from on these damn. I hate these phones.
He doesn't live that far away from you there, Dan. He lives in Trenton. That's closer to where you are.
Now. I live by Trenton, and
oh man, Trenton's bad, dude.
It's bad. It may not be as bad as Philadelphia, but it's pretty bad. It's bad.
Is Philly that bad? I heard it has gotten.
I drove through Philly the other day. I thought I was not gonna live. I didn't think I was gonna survive.
Yeah, so you messaged me and saying something about going. Hey man, I'm gonna be coming through PA. I'm gonna be going through Philly. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, dude, Philadelphia. I'm not going anywhere near there.
Yeah.
Hey, Solar. When I transferred from Skype over to Teams, it said that everybody on my list was not blocked, but they weren't. They were not blocked, but it said they were blocked. And I can't find you at all now. I don't know what happened to you. You were on my list.
It's because my other computer is completely blown up, and then this is no shit. My one computer blew up the one day, and then the next day, 2 days later, the laptop went. Just completely went. And it was like someone spiked my fucking cable line or something. But I have a brand new computer sitting here. I just can't get it. I got to get down and I just got my. They give you these cheap ass wireless. These fucking wireless keyboards. These things don't. This is my problem right here. I got my. I found my because I put shit away, man. I found my one that lights up and all that stuff. I'm going to be plugging that in. That way I don't have to worry about batteries or none of that stuff. Here's a brand new set of batteries that weren't no good in the damn thing. So anyways, I do not have a computer hooked up. That's why. I have a TV that's got everything I need. It's got YouTube, everything. Like
you'd still be on the list. You just wouldn't be there. You know.
You know what? Dan is one of the types of Americans that I'm not going to be worrying about because Dan has skills and he has a vocation and he's going to be in high demand. And you're never going to have a lack of work and a lack of a salary or what
where are you getting this from? Where are you getting this from? That we're never going to have to worry about jobs again.
Trump and from the new policies that are going to be enacted.
That would be great.
Jobs in production and industry.
I make really good money, but I would like to just tell I don't like unions, dude. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not a fan of unions either. They think they're a gang, and I'll fucking punch everyone right in their fucking face. Yeah, I literally said that right in a meeting. I was like, I'll get up and slap every one of you. What are you gonna do about it? And they just looked at me. They were looking up at me. Bunch of little kids run it. It's ridiculous, dude.
Well, that's going to go away. I told Vaughn and John, like necessity is the mother of invention. That's and right. When all the jobs that are being ended in Chinese manufacturing as a result of Trump's tariffs, 245% tariffs on China.
Oh, okay. I get what you're talking about.
All those jobs are going to come back to the United States, and then you're not going to have issues with unions. You're going to have millions of Americans in high demand for production and manufacturing.
That's not what I'm hearing.
And Ford should not be having any car parts built in fucking Mexico either. Mexico is not a union company. Union companies get stuff built off other union companies. That's how it is around here.
Well, what I'm hearing though is
very soon
human beings ain't gonna be working. It's gonna be machines doing all the work. That's what I'm hearing.
Man, Vaughn, who's gonna fix each one of them robots? Yeah. You're gonna need so many repair techs that are so smart. It's gonna be unbelievable.
Yeah, but who's got the skill to
fix automation is not going to end human hands being involved in manufacturing.
No,
and on top of that, you can't You can't automate everything so quickly. You're gonna have a requirement for human hands in plants, in factories, and all that has to be streamlined, and all that will have to be done under national emergency declarations and nationalization. So you won't have issues with unions. It's going to be a matter of necessity and emergency, and people are going to get back to work. And the depraved society that's been built up around consumerism and the service industries in America, all that is a result of the lack of manufacturing and the lack of industry. You know, tell me, Dan, you should know this. You should pick up on this. When did we have the best music? When did we have the best rock and roll? When we had industry, when we had industry,
1970s, 70s, and the 80s.
Yeah, when America was still industrial. When England was still industrial, all the best bands came out of the blue.
But their idea of industrial is robots.
Now there is
rock and roll.
Now there isn't any music. The music is all this demonic AI shit. The stuff is so demonic sounding. I can't stand it.
And all of that is a reflection of the fact that the society is no longer industrial. There's no manufacturing, no industry. It's because the society became lame. It became not lazy, but materialistic.
Pretty bad. Yeah, sure did.
You're right, man.
That's a good correlation. That's not a bad correlation, but I don't know.
What's the truth? It's the truth.
There's no way that you can have fake human beings walking around building shit with the technical skills that are required for the delicacy. I'll just say this: your hands are delicate for a reason to put stuff together. I can't imagine a robot coming up and taking like a little bolt and threading it onto a nut and stuff or something like that. I just can't imagine it. I can't see.
And even if you do get all that stuff, you're not going to have that in mass production.
Or building an aircraft or a bunch of robots run around building an aircraft carrier. Do you know how many maintenance guys you'd have to fix these damn robots? We're talking about probably 2 for every robot. That's my opinion. I mean, because it's just ridiculous, man.
No matter how they go about it, in manufacturing jobs and production and what we were talking about, self-sufficiency and more independence. That is what is going to have a direct correlation to fixing the fucked up culture that's developed in America. Honestly.
Yeah. Stuff made in China. If you get a guitar made in China and you get one made in the United States, the difference is night and day. The ones made in China are shit. They are total shit. Now, South Korea makes pretty decent guitars. Japan makes excellent guitars. Germany makes great guitars. But nobody makes guitars like the United States. I don't care who they are. We know all this.
How dedicated you are. Right?
Duesenberg?
What's that?
Duesenberg is German.
The Duesenberg guitar man.
Duesenberg is German.
Duesenberg is a car.
It's a car.
That's a car. But what's the name of the best? the most well-known guitar.
Dusseldorf.
No, not Dusseldorf.
The best known guitars in history, I would say, are Fenders.